On July 19, 2026, in the Sivsagar district of Assam, Prasanta Borthakur was sitting comfortably in his home. Then, at around 5 p.m., suddenly, floodwater started to flow. Their house was the highest in the entire area, where floodwater had never come before. But on July 19th, within 2 hours, the floodwater reached their chest. To escape, Prasanta laid down the chairs on the bed, and their family sat on these chairs all night. Her father had never seen such a flood in his 95 years of life. The entire village was submerged in water. The other village nearby, Holang Katoni, was also experiencing the same. Rekamani Gogoi was at home with her 7-year-old son, when within an hour, water reached her chest. First, she took shelter in a neighbor's house, but it wasn't safe there either. So at around 8 p.m., the neighbors put Rekamani on a tree with her children. The mother and son spent the night on the same tree for 12 hours. This story is not only about these two families. For the past few days, thousands of people in Assam have been facing similar situations. This is not being talked about in news channels. But in the last 60 years, Assam is facing the worst flood. More than 80 people have died, and more than 200,000 people are affected. But the most unfortunate thing is that this has become a yearly story in Assam. The flood comes and causes a loss of thousands of crores. People die, and the government promises to deal with the flood. Today, through this meeting, I have come to assure the people of Assam that give us another 5 years to make Assam flood-free. The government of the Indian People's Party. But nothing changes. To understand why there is a flood every year in Assam, we need to know its geography. If you look at the map, Assam is surrounded by 2 rivers called the Brahmaputra and the Barak. It is surrounded by mountains on 3 sides, and to get water, there is only a small outlet from Bangladesh. When water pours on these mountains, it all flows into Assam. And because of this, 40% of Assam has always been flood-prone. The flood that happened in Assam this time is due to the rain in the mountains above. On 18th and 19th July, in the Woka, Mokokchung, and Mon districts of Nagaland, and in the Charai Dev district of Assam, it rained more than normal. In Nagaland, it rained 137 millimeters within 8 to 9 hours. Assam's government described it as the main cause of the flood. In Mokokchung, it rained more than normal, and in Charai Dev, it rained 436%. Within a few hours, the water in the Assam rivers crossed the danger level. Specifically, the biggest river in Assam, Brahmaputra. In the per-unit area, Brahmaputra is the river that carries the most sediments with its water. These sediments are called gath in Hindi. They come from the soil and the mountains. Brahmaputra originated in Tibet and came to Assam from Arunachal Pradesh, and this route is very unstable. During the entire journey, the mountains keep falling down, and a lot of sediments keep gathering. The amount of sediments is so huge that the world's largest river, the Amazon River in South America, has 5.5 times more sediments than that in the Brahmaputra per square kilometer. Since there is a lot of sediment in the mountains, all the sediments keep flowing along with the river. But suddenly, as soon as the Assam plains arrive, the sediment suddenly decreases. The water speed of the river also decreases, and all these sediments start accumulating here. Because of this, every year, the riverbed of Brahmaputra gradually rises a little, and the water-carrying capacity of the river decreases, and the water starts to spread in the surrounding areas. The numbers are very shocking. In the survey between 1912 and 1928, Brahmaputra spread to 3,870 square kilometers. But by 2006, this same area is 6,000 square kilometers. In many places, the Brahmaputra River's width has increased by 15 kilometers. And this is nothing new. This chain of events was slowly moving for centuries. And then, on August 15, 1950, an earthquake of 8.6 magnitude hit Assam. Landslides were heavy. Mountains collapsed and fell into the Brahmaputra River. The sediments accumulated in such a large quantity that the river's route was suddenly closed. But the water was so strong that it was impossible to stop it. So the river made another way. Along with the sediment, its riverbed rose even higher. The riverbed of Brahmaputra at Dibrugarh rose up to 10 feet. Because of that one earthquake, it was so devastating that it was called the Bolia water, the water flowing out of madness. After the earthquake, the flood started to intensify in Assam. The Brahmaputra started to change its course, even